All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Trade recap. Gonna go over the trades that I took today. I took 2 trades, 2 losses, unfortunately. This is one of them. Really upsetting. We got like edged multiple different times today. Really sucks. But you know, it's whatever. We'll move on. A little upset about it, but it's fine. Anyways, we're gonna get into the trade I took today. So obviously we were gonna be bearish today. It was kind of evident. We inversed this hourly right here, or this 4-hour right here. We had a ton of lows down here that we wanted to hit, and then we also had hit equilibrium of this hourly range, filled this hourly gap, wanted to push down. It's pretty evident that we were going to do that. Off market open, we had this 5-minute gap right here. All right, this 5-minute here. Now there's a high resting side of 5 minutes, so we want to see that high get swept if we can use that as confluence. Well, off market open, we ended up not hitting that gap, as you can see here. Right, this is, wait, where's market open? Or sorry, we didn't even hit that gap regardless. But this would have been pre-market, and you take the inversion, whatever, down to the downside. But if we would have actually swept out this high here, tapped into this gap, I would have taken this inversion down to probably this low right here, which would have been the first trade that I would have taken. Fortunately, we didn't get that 5-minute gap. Next, the second trade I would have wanted to take was this short down to here. Now, the reason that I didn't take this was because we inversed this 5-minute right here, as you can see. Right, so obviously I'm not going to take a trade like that if we inverse a 5-minute. Right, a lot of people took that short, which is not something that I want to take because we had that 5-minute inverse. So you could have entered off of this 30-second, whatever, taking it down to these lows, but I'm not taking that trade because we inversed that 5-minute. Okay. Next trade that I ended up taking, we also edged here, wanted to see a respection of this 5-minute gap for continuation down. Didn't get that. Next trade was this 5-minute retrace here. We ended up retracing into the 5-minute. We got a 1-minute inversion to the downside. I entered off of that, and as you can see, we got stopped out, unfortunately, right? And the reason for that being that we wanted this 15-minute up here. Second trade I ended up taking, we retraced into this 15-minute, right? Then we had this 2-minute inversion to the downside right here, as you can see. Right, got this 2-minute right here. I was hoping for some sort of pullback or anything like that. This candle ended up going down, so I entered, got in around here, and I put my stop at the inversion that they're, or wait, not the inversion. What is that? I don't remember what that is, but I put it at that line. It was like essentially the consequent encroachment CE, 50% of this 2-minute fair value gap. So I was thinking, you know, that would be fine. Then what ended up happening, we opened up this 5-minute, which is probably the reason that this trade didn't play out right away. We opened up this 5-minute, and then we came back in, respected this 5-minute, and then we went back to the downside. As you can see, I got stopped out by essentially a singular point. So, little upset, little tilted right now. You know, when shit like that happens, pretty unfortunate, and it can get into your head a little bit, and it's getting into my head, right? Because this would have been a winning day for me, but unfortunately, we lost twice instead because we got stopped out by a singular point. But with that being said, you know, kind of just a learning lesson that you have to be okay with your losses, and you got to just move on, right? We're going to fucking move on. We're going to continue to trade tomorrow and trade the next day and keep trading and whatever and trade. But very unfortunate that we got fucked. Like literally if I set my stop loss right here, we would have hit this trade, right? So that's why it's so unfortunate, because we literally would have hit the trade, would have smoked our take profit, everything like that of that nature. So very unfortunate that that ended up happening. Yeah, it's so stupid. And the other thing is too, we pushed very far past this 2-minute, which was very rough too, because the trade I would have taken would have been this right here if we got a nice entry on the 2-minute down to here. So there's that as well. Very unfortunate that this happened once again. Like I keep saying, very unfortunate. I'm a little upset, right? Wish that this would have hit, but it's all good. We're going to move on to the next day, continue to make money. It's not that big of a deal, right? Now, that being said, can't let this get to your head, right? If this did happen to you, which it probably didn't, I got a really bad entry on this, but if it did happen to you, don't be upset, right? It's fine. It's just one little day. It's not going to do anything in the long term. So just keep pushing, keep on trading. You'll get them the next day, right? So keep that good psychology, keep everything in check. You'll be all good. So that being said, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Not going to sugarcoat it. We get fucked, right? So see you boys tomorrow.